Hey guys, Marcinkin here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so yesterday we saw some videos hitting Twitter. Shout out to Air Dokkan for sharing a bunch of these. And these seem to be teaser trailers or little adverts for the 10th anniversary. Now these, I tried to find out for this video. I wanted to try and dig in and find a little bit of information. Rather than just post the videos, you know, as they were tweeted and then just kind of not have anything other than a reaction to really talk about. So I reached out and obviously got some information from Air Dokkan about where these actually come from, because we saw them on the timeline yesterday. I'm sure you probably saw people retweeting them. Other people I know made videos about them straight away. But when I came to make this video and try and find a bit more information, obviously I went to the Dokkan Twitter for both versions of the game, and of course there was nothing there because these were not posted on any actual social media stuff. So when I reached out to Air Dokkan for some more information, apparently they are unlisted on the Bandai Namco ads channel. So apparently the way that this works, I'd actually never heard about this before, but apparently this is what this ad channels thing is, how they work is they will pop up on JP YouTube as ads, like before other videos, whether they'll be just random or whether they are specific Bandai Namco ones or Dragon Ball related ones. But by being unlisted in like on this other channel, you can't like go and find them there obviously, but they will then play as ads on other things. So this is obviously very interesting. They are official teaser trailers for, or I say trailers because trailers implies that it's definitely going to be something that is like 100% related. But you can see here, I mean, we'll play them here. The volume shouldn't be too loud, but I can always adjust it when I edit this. But yeah, we'll play these here. They're not very long, so we'll start off with the first one. Alright, so obviously you can see, you know, Goku in the revitalization chamber. This is very clearly like Namek Saga related. Just some text about like the 10th anniversary upcoming. And you can see here they show animations from the Namek exchange Goku and Vegeta. Then they show the STR Goku transforming into Super Saiyan, as well as the super attacks for, I think, isn't that one from the AGL Final Form Frieza? And then we have the Full Power Frieza one as well. So 10th anniversary trailer. Then we have this one. So again, we have Namek Saga related, like we have Vegeta or Namek, and then of course when we see, got the same text and the background of just a bunch of various different cards, LRs and stuff. But then you can see the images that they show here. We have the Vegeta and the second form Frieza. Is that second form Frieza? Part of that like is the this is like the free to play unit super attack animation, but I don't recognize this bit unless is that the super attack from like the Tech Frieza when he's in second form? I don't recognize that. And then yeah, third form Frieza, and we have the Gohan as well from the LR Gohan and Piccolo. Yeah, I don't recognize that second form Frieza frame. I'm not sure, is it from like a random unit that I just have completely blanked out of my memory? But either way, that's also Namek Saga. But the interesting thing is, I saw a lot of people straight away, and I mean, this is going to be the main title for the video because it's kind of the main subject I wanted to explore for this. But a lot of people saw this and were saying instantly, like, oh, you know, this is a Namek Saga theme for the anniversary. But then we have this one as well. So yeah, Krillin screaming for Goku. But yeah, this one is... Alright, calm down, Krillin. This one is clearly a Saiyan Saga related one. So the thing is, at first, when I hadn't listened to the whole thing, like, obviously the fact that it starts off with him screaming for Goku, I actually thought that you could connect this to the Namek Saga with obviously him, you know, before he gets blown up by Frieza. But it's the fact that he doesn't just say Goku, he says Goku and then hurry, because this is when they're waiting for him to return, obviously, while they're trying to survive against Nappa and Vegeta. And you can see here we've got the physical Krillin as well as the LR Nappa like animations on here, including the exchange. We've got the Piccolo and Gohan, like standby with Piccolo protecting Gohan. And then we've got the Kaioken Goku. We've got the Gallic Gun Vegeta. So all of this stuff points towards the Namek Saga being an option for the first two, but Saiyan Saga clearly is the thing being represented in this video. So that leads to a lot of different possibilities to speculate, because whilst there are two for the Namek Saga, there is one for the Saiyan Saga. So whilst a lot of people straight away were like, oh, well, you know, Namek Saga, here we go. It doesn't really make sense, I guess, for them to have two Namek Saga ones and a Saiyan Saga one if the theme of the anniversary, or at least for part one, because we know that we can kind of shift, especially we saw with the worldwide, as we shifted through like all the Broly movies. It's interesting to think, like, one of the comments on here even says, like, is there going to be a teaser trailer for each saga? Because then, for all we know, they could do a teaser trailer for every single saga of Z, and then the anniversary is like Dragon Ball Super related. Like, at this point, we definitely don't know. But it's interesting that they have these teaser trailers already, like, in the works, which, as I say, should potentially already now be showing up on, like, Japanese YouTube as ads for the 10th anniversary. Now, the interesting thing is, I wanted to take a look at, now that we've looked at the teasers, I wanted to talk about the idea of Namek Saga as the anniversary, because I've seen hugely mixed responses to not just the trailer itself, but obviously just the idea that people were getting from the trailers that the anniversary could be Namek Saga related, because it seems to be a the mix is quite combative, I guess you could say. Like, some people, there's people out there that really want this to happen and think that like Namek Saga for anniversary would be like the best thing ever, and then there's the people that think that it would be absolutely the worst thing ever, which, I mean, I guess, to be fair, in the Dokkan community or in the Dragon Ball community, that's pretty much always the way. Any anime community, or probably any community, let's be fair, online, you're always going to have the extremes on both sides. But I wanted to take a look and see at what sort of stuff we could think about actually being able to expect, because if they're going to do an anniversary themed around the Namek Saga, I mean, realistically, there's only going to be the two options, isn't there, which is going to be Goku and Frieza as the two main headline characters. Now, we obviously have the AGL Full Power Frieza and the INT Super Saiyan Namek Goku, who, at time of recording, obviously we're still awaiting their EZAs. A lot of people hoping we might get these like for New Year or something, like they did with the Gohan and Cell a couple of years back. But I think we would see them be very different forms. Something that I know people really want to see, and we saw the teaser in that little trailer thing, is we have the STR Namek Goku that has the original Super Saiyan transformation. But considering how old that unit is now and how much further ahead we are in terms of quality of like animations and stuff like that, I think having the initial Goku transforming into Super Saiyan sequence as like a brand new unit that's been like freshly designed with top-notch animations would be really good. Whether it would be an intro or whether it would be a base Goku that transforms, not really sure the best way around to do it. I mean, we do have a lot of Super Saiyan Gokus in the game. I mean, because there are so many, though, it's usually not a case that we have loads of them that are all relevant at the same time. But of course, if the INT Namek Goku gets an EZA, especially if it happens like, you know, for New Year and it's like a month before the anniversary, we don't want him to then immediately get replaced by the anniversary headliner. So I could definitely see it being a base Goku or a Kaioken Goku that then goes Super Saiyan. That's something that people have also wanted to see for quite some time, because I think we have, is it the physical one? We have this one Goku that's like Kaioken Goku from Planet Namek. So having a Kaioken Goku that goes Super Saiyan Goku, I think would be very good. And then of course with Frieza, they have the opportunity to finally fix one of the like glaring things that people have been pointing out in the game for years now. I mean, this is almost as much of a meme as like Kid Buu not having an LR, I guess, is that there is no Dokkan Fest final form Frieza. Like in terms of the actual final form Friezas, because the LRs, we've got the full power one, we've got the first form one. In fact, there's 2 full power ones, but they're LRs. In terms of Dokkan Fests, like we've got he's not on Namek Saga, so he isn't here, but there's the Tech Frieza that starts off as first form and transforms all the way up through and into gold. But like in terms of the Namek Saga specifically, like you've got this AGL final form Frieza who's just like a general pool unit that does like an AoE super. There's this free to play farmable one, and then there's the one that was came out at the same time as the physical Kaioken Goku, this STR one. But none of them are Dokkan Fests. There is no Dokkan Festival final form Frieza from Planet Namek. So I could see, because they ideally wouldn't want to replace these guys completely, Full Power Frieza and Namek Goku, if they're going to both Easy A sometime soon, the new Frieza could be Final Form Frieza Dokkan Fest that can transform into full power, and then the Goku could be Base Goku or Kaioken Goku that transforms into Super Saiyan. And the thing is, I know people are split, because some people don't want fusions and stuff, right? But people love fusions, but fusions are something that we're always going to get. They're something that's always very popular. But whilst people might prefer those kind of things, like I've talked about before how I love running like Power Beyond Super Saiyan categories and like, you know, Super Saiyan 3 and all that kind of stuff. So I'm a big fan of the later on down the line, like later in Z and Super and that kind of stuff when it comes to the big hype Dokkan Fests. But the thing is, you have to remember that like the Namek Saga is kind of iconic. Like Goku going Super Saiyan for the first time is an iconic moment in anime in general, and as it gets referenced even like outside of anime, like even people who don't know really anything about anime can potentially, through memes and other stuff, like just in the general zeitgeist out there, be aware of like, you know, going Super Saiyan as a concept and stuff like that, as just, even if they don't know what that means specifically, just other than knowing that it means like powering up or something, right? I've seen so many like random memes just in like outside of anime circles that are at least in some way referencing that sort of thing, right? So this is something that is an iconic moment, and so I think for people to say that it's not hype enough to be the anniversary, I think it's kind of crazy. Now obviously for this upcoming anniversary, it is the 10th one, so we are expecting them to go absolutely crazy, pull out all the stops, bring out all the big guns. So it does make me wonder if this is something that they would choose for that. But like I said, this is an iconic like saga. It's an iconic moment, iconic fight between Goku and Frieza. Frieza's still one of the most popular Dragon Ball villains in Japan and just in general. I mean, I'm a big fan of like Goku Black and Zamasu, but like when it comes to Z, if we're talking Z exclusively, Frieza is probably still my favourite villain in terms of the canon villains. I'm a big fan of Broly. I do like the design of Final Form Cooler, but Frieza is like way up there. So the idea that Namek Goku versus Frieza isn't like hype enough for the anniversary, I think is kind of wild. Now the thing is, it would make some kind of sense, because considering we got the crazy, it doesn't show on here because the wiki hasn't been updated for a while, which is a shame, but we got the crazy situation where we had the release of the AGL Scout of Vegeta and the banner unit Kui, and then we got like a couple of Easy A's, and that was it. So it really feels like Namek Saga got kind of hard done by in that celebration. It really didn't receive the buffs that it needed to become like a full meta relevant team. So I guess it would make some kind of sense, even though it's a weird way to do it, is to have Namek Saga be the anniversary and then finally get the rest of those buffs for that team. Would make that Scout of Vegeta maybe a little bit better, more, at least more runnable. But I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think down below. I mean, the thing is, the category is very small. Like, you look at the units that we actually have available, there's not as much, especially with the ones we did get in the Vegeta celebration. There's not as many options now for things like Easy A's. There's still a few left that we need, like even that Kaioken Goku and Final Form Frieza that we mentioned, the physical one here and the STR Frieza, that AGL Final Form Frieza. Obviously, there's third form Frieza that came out with the full power, and the tech Piccolo that came out with Namek Goku. There's quite a few units on here that do need EZAs, but there's no real big like Dokkan Fests. The LRs at this point are either too new or have EZAs already, because I think the only one here actually that doesn't have an EZA is the Ginyu Force, which is obviously fairly new, and then obviously Namek Goku and Frieza, who we've already talked about. So I don't know, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Do you think the trailers are hinting at the actual theme of the anniversary, or do you think we will see more trailers that cover more of the arcs and they are just going through the history of Dragon Ball overall? Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Would you be happy with a Namek Saga theme for part 1 of the anniversary? Would you not? Let me know all your thoughts and reasons why in the comments. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.